The Immaterial Games Podcast with these guys.
It's the Immaterial Gamers podcast, I believe. That's what we're up to this time.
Is it? Is it Immaterial Gamers podcast time?
Maybe
I
it's
think
Tonka
it might
time.
be.
I think about Tonka time.
I don't get the timetables anymore.
Oh, you don't get the timetables. Well, it is Tonka time, or as D said, the Immaterial Gamers podcast. What episode are we on, D?
I have no idea.
Okay, I'll help you out.
Something only Ryan knows.
The clue is that the first number begins with an 8 and the last number begins with a 9.
Oh, we're on 89.
We're on 869.
Nice, but no. So yeah, it's your boys. We got D,
Woo.
we got Steph,
Whoop whoop.
and we got Ryan. Yippee! It is week number 12 in the coronavirus lockdown procedure. Rations are now running low. We've now
Yes.
resorted.
Sanity's running low.
Yeah, we've now resorted to eating from the land.
What you on about? I'm doing cannibalism. Nicer.
What that Quellian MPT dialect or whatever it is that GTA suggests.
Oh Jesus Christ! No, not that cult. Not them. Not them. We are not Trevor. We're not sending them out to their doom.
Why not? Sounds like fun.
But no, it's been about 3 weeks now. It still sucks. But if most people live and people aren't idiots, then everything will be fine.
Eh.
People are going to be idiots, aren't they?
We are one of the most stupidest races ever. Technically, smart.
Yeah.
We're technically smart by our own thingy, but we're really fucking dumb.
But yeah, no, I know where you're coming from, but that's all that can be said, really. But at least there's games, distractions from the world.
Yeah, even though I've got to the point where it's not distracting me much anymore.
Ryan, that's just the way that works. I mean, how are you there, Steph? You doing all good? You living?
Boy, what day is it?
It's a Sunday/Tuesday.
Friday?
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, days, times, they all meld in together.
There's no times?
No, it is 4 in the afternoon.
I thought we only have days nowadays. There's no such thing as time.
Oh, just day X.
Day X of 14.
I see.
I don't know.
But yeah, as warm-up go, there's not much else that can be done. There is the tiniest little bit of news.
News time.
We'll leave a dramatic pause. No, at least Formula One are managing to get stuff sorted because them, like every other sport in the world, don't do much when there's no crowds. So they're doing a Formula One virtual Grand Prix with a mix of current drivers, former drivers, and internet celebrities and esports players.
To play driving versions of games.
Yeah, so they're playing Formula One 2019, which was on last month's Humble Bundle.
Lots of the fucking number bundles.
But so Humble Choice, yeah, that was a one. Good for bringing that back up, Ryan and D. Yeah, so this month's Humble Choice in April is Hitman 2. Ryan gives nodding with approval.
I think I've got Hitman 2 already. Yeah, I do.
But for anyone who hasn't got it, Hitman 2. Nod with approval. Grease. There's one of those artsy platformers which looks pretty.
I thought with Grease, it would be like the musical. Yeah.
Be like, what?
You play as one of the T-Bears or something, and you gotta survive high school.
No. You got This Is the Police 2, the puzzle game Opus Magnum, Molek Synthes, which is another one of those weird Cody molecular games, Raiden 5, Director's Cut, Shoot 'em Ups, that'll be on my list. Driftland, The Magic Revival, it looks like a strategy game, and that's what it is. Did you like Turok from last month's bundle? If so, get Turok 2.
I haven't picked any. I still need to pick last month's, to be fair. And bits of the month before.
Then there's Truberbrook, or Truberbrook, if you get that umlaut in there.
Kind of looks like an Outback.
It is a sci-fi mystery graphic adventure, as it says in its title.
Ah,
Then you've got The Bard's Tale 4 Director's Cut, Shopkeep 2, the sequel to the game Shopkeep.
wow. Okay, and then Capitalism 2.
Yeah, because it wasn't enough to just be a capitalist. You needed to be a capitalist doubled.
I kind of like the look of Opus Magnum.
Hmm.
Off the art, I've already got Hitman, so I don't need to worry about that. Driftlands might be fun.
See, for me, Raiden V or Raiden 5 definitely needs to happen. You know me, I love myself a shoot 'em up.
Actually, no, that sounds like a plan. Actually, is it like Galactica? No, what kind of shooter is it? Well, like
It's a
space
shoot 'em
shooter.
up game. It's a space shooter.
Yeah, I've only just got to space.
But yeah, it also looks very bullet hell. So
But I got to space. Space.
so with that and the fact that there's a Formula One thing, that's about as much news as we've got this month.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of slow for a while.
Yeah, it's gonna be very slow. But you know, things will get back. So let's move on to what's being played.
What's being played?
Okay, who's on the pitch?
You.
Oh, okay. All I've really been playing is LoL, GTA, and I've just started playing Star Wars with
Oh,
you
there's
guys.
going to be a lot of talk about Star Wars, I think, today.
So, do you want me to talk about something else?
You talk about the game that you want to talk about.
Well, assuming there's going to be a bunch of Star Wars talk. I might talk a little bit about Star Wars, but
Okay.
GTA has got you do 10 things this week, and you get all till Thursday, and you get 1,000,000 for doing 10 daily objectives, and you get 3 per day. So, yeah. And there's hangers this week. Is the thing that they're selling off.
GTA 5 has just become an online game, really, now, hasn't it?
And the wheel. If you're spinning the wheel in the casino, it's the DeLorean. If you can win it, you have a 1 in 20 chance of the DeLorean,
Yay.
the flying vehicle thing. So, but yeah, that's the news from GTA anyway. And I've been upgrading, got my hanger and upgraded it. Starting to sort out my nightclub. And it's basically just slow grinding of progression of upgrading and getting infrastructure sorted out. So I make money faster. And yeah, I've just got to space in Star Wars. I've just got my ship now. I haven't figured out what I'm doing next.
Okay. Probably give some more people some information about what you've rolled and where you're at the moment. Like I say, Star Wars Old Republic is a very personal story game.
I rolled a Sith, Darth Maul looking.
Sith Inquisitor.
Yeah, Sith Inquisitor. Which looks like Darth Maul. So the Bakori? Whatever that species is. And I've just got through I'm like level 30 because with the we did the flashpoints, didn't we? So I'm level 30 in a level 17 area.
Okay.
Just got my spaceship and just need to decide what to do next. But yeah,
You'd be most likely to push through with your class story. Like I say, that's the big bread and butter of that game.
I don't know. I don't know if to do that. I'll try and do the spacey stuff.
Well, you could try the space missions. I mean, they're rail shooters at the end of the day.
I noticed.
Amazing.
Well, I've just before we started the podcast, I've just gone to the vendor and bought a whole bunch of upgrades for it. So it shouldn't be, because I got absolutely hammered. Yeah, I need upgrades. Like shield cells and stuff.
Yeah, as a rail shooter, it does need to be sort of constantly moving around and shooting and dodging everything.
I do like it's not bad though. It's quite even though it's a rail shooter, it looks nice. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
The graphics are quite clean, and it's like as long as you're not a complete idiot, you can figure out where it's going to freaking send you to get through. Like there's one point I went, like I went through this asteroid field. I'm like, wait, where? Oh, there. There's the little linear path that you want me to take.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's all done by mouse control. I do like the fact that you can just hold. At first, I was just clicking each time I wanted to fire the gun, but now I can just hold it and it'll fire little bolts out at the moment.
Yeah.
Not very fast, but
Well, it puts them out at a speed of so many bolts per second, higher grades, faster shots.
well, I'll find out once because at the moment I've only got a basic thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to figure out where I'm gonna. Just bought them. I need to figure out how I'm going to install them.
You just right-click and add them on like you normally do.
Do I need to be in the ship for it?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
just do it like you do with your companions and yourself.
I can't say I've really been doing much with the companion so far. I've got 2 companions now though. Yay!
Yay.
Robot. I've got the robot and the big dude.
The big dude.
Speaks of the guy that we got from the temple or chamber or whatever the fuck it was.
I'll have
Yeah.
to say my big massive list of
Okay.
22 is now 21 at the moment.
Someone died.
No, he betrayed me.
Everyone's gonna betray you. You were too goody two shoes.
Oh, and I'm trying to be as balanced as possible. I'm
Yeah,
not-
you're going the weird way.
Well, I can't. Me and decision making doesn't make sense, so I'm just sat there going, I can't decide if I want to be light or good, so I'm sort of going, I'll do a bit of light, a bit of dark, bit of light, bit of dark, bit of light, bit of dark. So I'm basically smack bang in the fucking middle.
You're in your neutrality.
I'm neutral in quite a lot of things, though.
Yeah. Hey, it'll only take you so far, though. I'll give you that as a warning. Because there will be, choices to make that tell you to do one thing or another, and no amount of light side or dark side will prepare you for that.
Yeah, it's like when I was trying to. It took 20 minutes for me to decide if to hand that chicken for the or settle the one of the Sith Lord things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't know. I kind of like what she stands for. I don't completely despise her. It was like the do you wish to give the poison to a quick death of poisoning the slaves, or a slow, agonizing death that's going to take them weeks? I'm like, fuck it, I'll give them a quick death.
Well, just as you do.
Yeah, it's still 2 bad choices, but it was kill them now or kill them over time.
Yeah. Oh man, some of the decisions I've had to make are just massively bizarre. Some will actually come, it'll give you a choice of 3 options, and 2 of them will be light side and 1 of them will be dark.
I've had that before. Yeah.
It's very fun, but yeah. I think you really seriously be happy when, those times that you only had like 5 or 6 companions, or 2. Because when you end up getting 25 of them, things get a bit mental.
Well, at least you'd be able to send them out on quests and stuff.
Yeah.
I was talking to a little bit with Chris on that one. It's like the Draenor expansion, the way the companions work.
Hmm.
If we, yeah. Chris went, oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Send them out to do resources and whatnot. It is kind of strange that your companions do all your stuff for you. Go minions, do stuff.
Don't do all of it. You can do some of it yourself.
Archaeology, I suppose.
Yeah,
Rest of
you're
it's-
gathering one you can do.
But the rest of it's minions, go do stuff.
I consider some of them my friends, some of them my rivals, one of them my wife.
Oh yeah, you're just easily pleased.
Look, I'm happy I managed to get full light side with a Sith pureblood. The complete antithesis of what it should be.
Wait, aren't you an alien?
No, I'm a Sith pureblood.
Hmm.
Anyway, so since we're on the Star Wars talk, Steph,
Yes.
you were mentioning that you were, playing Star Wars a lot. Might as well keep it going.
I'm Datacron farming.
The good old global hunt or universal hunt for big shiny cubes that give you little benefits.
But I only do it for my Inquisitor's the only one who does it.
Oh, yeah.
Because as she's going through the story, she will pick it up when she goes along.
I haven't found any of these Datacron things yet.
They're sort of hidden in...
Some of them aren't even hidden.
Well, no, some are open, but a lot of them are hidden in the arse end of the cracks of the galaxy.
Tatooine. Hoth.
Oh, don't even get me started about fucking Hoth.
Everybody loves Hoth.
No. I'm a fan of the Hoth.
What, Hasselhoff?
Yeah, David Hasselhoff. Though, I mean, honestly, if David Hasselhoff turned around and he was so white that his reflection would blind every fucker in the planet, I would be angry as well.
Why? It'd be amazing.
It's still weird that he became like a jetpack thing for SpongeBob at one point.
Oh, Jesus, don't even get me started on that damn SpongeBob film.
There's now two of them, I
I'm
believe.
David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, there's 2 SpongeBob films, isn't there?
Oh my god, kill me now.
Yeah, the SpongeBob. The second one's about him becoming a man, is it, or something? He's on a manly adventure.
Oh dear.
Isn't number 2 about when he goes to the surface?
I thought that was number 1.
I don't know anyway. I don't even watch 1 or 2.
Hi, SpongeBob.
No, no, we can't do it. So, how goes the Datacron hunt, Steph?
Well, I forgot to do the first place for the Inquisitor.
Korriban.
Yeah, I forgot to do Caravan, but I've completed Das.
Drummond
Done
Cass?
Drummond Cast. I'm now on. Where am I at a minute? Balmora.
Oh yeah.
I've just got the first one. Literally, as we're playing this, as we're recording this podcast, I've been stood outside of one of them, which needs 2 players, and a random player came up needing help. So we both got it.
Oh, you all work together. Friendliness and
we didn't
socialness
work.
and cooperation.
We didn't work together.
Oh.
I just fulfilled my goal, and fulfilling his was just a byproduct of my goal.
Yeah, that's very Sith of you.
Great thing is he's not even a Sith, he's a bounty hunter.
No, I'm a Sith in this one.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm an Inquisitor. And my great granddad was well, spoiler alert, is a Sith. Is a Sith Lord. I'm his great granddad. Well, I'm his great.
Oh, is that spirit thing that was just done?
Yeah, that's your uncle. Oh, your
That's my
great
uncle.
granddad. He's one of them. You're part of his bloodline anyway.
Yeah, he says he's part of. That's what he says anyway.
And then tells you not to trust anyone.
That's also the Sith way.
That's also my way.
Correct. That's basically Star Wars.
Unless you're Ryan, and then Ryan's Sith is trust everyone.
Yeah, and just get betrayed.
Yep, that sounds like Ryan.
Yeah, as we know, Sith is always kill the master, the master becomes apprentice by killing master.
But Ryan is a Sith. Sith by heart, not by nature, though.
Is it like it's like he's almost got the conflict of Steve's tiefling thing from D&D.
That's not how that works. No tiefling business. Tiefling are just shunned and hated regardless, no matter what. Just because of what they look like. It's proper xenophobia.
But what was it? Yeah, it was freaking paladin tiefling, so it's technically holy devil.
Yep. Or as what you'd just go as you'd exclaim, "Holy hell!"
But yeah, if I was gonna make an Imperial go light, and I've discussed this with Ryan earlier.
Yeah.
It would be the I forgot what they're called now. The trooper.
An Imperial agent.
Yeah, it'll either be I don't know what that class is. I know these are I'm playing as an Inquisitor right now. Which is an assassin or a sorcerer.
Yeah, Imperial agent can end up sort of being a sniper or sort of range.
An agent would be the one I'd say is probably the only one I'd justify being able to go good.
Okay.
Because they listen to the people, they know people, they're commoners themselves, quite basically. They're just part of the Empire.
Yeah.
Who've worked their way up. So for me, I believe they could be good. Sith themselves, no. Bounty hunters by nature aren't really good, but they're neither evil.
Then
you're just
neutral.
As I've really told people, I've not killed anyone in that. If I've been offered money, more to keep them alive, I've kept them alive.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, like with the original class story, going light side with a Sith warrior just meant that they were less of an arsehole. With their stuff, they were still for the Empire, but.
You know, in the bottom corner where it says comment to be dark, comment side to be light.
Oh, yeah.
If you change that to light, and you want it to be light, does that just mean you like make light constantly?
That commit to the light and commit to the dark just means when you complete a quest, you just get given automatic points towards light or dark side, depending on what you've committed.
That's what I meant. So in other words, I understand what you're meaning, but in other
Hmm.
words, it's meant to say you did that because you did it for the light side type shit.
Yeah, because I've been
Yeah.
toggling it. So I toggle it constantly to balance it out. It's like every quest I toggle it back
See-
over.
Is there any benefit of being neutral?
Um,
See, I know this armor sets for being good and bad at certain levels, but I'm assuming there's not one for neutrality.
Probably not.
let's have a look. I mean, the last time this was happened. Well, apparently, according to 5 years ago, there was no benefit for being neutral.
I was about to say, what about now? But then I'm assuming you didn't find anything about now.
Probably isn't. It's just the fact I can't freaking decide between light side and dark side. So I'm just sticking it in the fucking middle.
Instead of sticking in the middle, why don't you just do it like, say, as you go along? Go with what you feel.
Yeah, they're
Don't
not.
look at your light or dark. Just go with what you feel.
Yeah.
I feel like I can trust this person. I feel like this person should die. Or I feel like I really do want that extra bit of money that the guy's offering me to bring this guy alive. Type shit. To be
Yeah.
honest, being offered money to bring someone back alive doesn't make you good. I found that one out, and it did not disappoint. I let my greed take over.
Yeah, it's like not always, is it? Because
I just say, just go with what you believe. Don't sit there and think, I want to be neutral because I don't know if I want to be good or bad. Just go, well, I believe this person should have died. I believe this should happen. I believe this?
I don't know.
and
It-
at the end of the day, once you start doing stuff like repeating flashpoints and stuff like that, say you don't like going light side, you can always run it back.
True. Reverse time.
You know, it's just how things happen.
mm,
But you know, that's how things go. I mean, we've also ran flashpoints, haven't we, Steph? This weekend, pretty
Yes.
much.
Twice. Well, no, we've done it a few times with my Hunter.
Yeah.
We've done it once with my Inquisitor.
we run that fucking flashpoint 3 times
Yeah.
in a row.
Yeah.
That's because
Welcome,
that flashpoint loves us.
welcome to the rules of true random. So each time you run it, you had a 33% chance of getting that damn dungeon, and we got it every time.
I'm skeptical if there's other flashpoints at this point.
The easiest way to get more would just to be pick one. Pick one, then start doing random after that. Or we do what we were doing when we started it with my my Hunter. Just follow it around until we can't do it no more.
I don't
Yeah.
know. So yeah, well, I learnt one flashpoint at least.
Yeah, we've learned Aethys to the point where we could probably run that blindfolded now.
It was a lot better with stuff as the bounty, by the way.
Yeah, but you know, that's just how it is. A fucking turd mountain though can go and shove itself.
Yeah, but damn, when I'm playing the healer, you shouldn't be healing.
Mm,
Especially seeing that you're spec'd into damage.
I don't. Yeah, should I re-roll that back into healing now?
Re-roll it? Did you reset yourself?
Can do if I want.
They're having talk about characters.
Oh.
Just for the audience at home. So before we move on, have we got any other Star Wars talkie?
They lied about the cookies.
I'm no. They never lied about the cookies. They just never gave you one.
They were in the Imperial barracks, so they ate them all. Sorry, you turned up too late.
Yeah, you didn't arrive in time.
On TFT news, back to Silver 1. Just about.
In Silver 1 as well.
I stay proudly where I am.
Where are you?
Silver 4.
Still silver. It's good.
I do my normal. The thing I'm having recently in TFT is my builds work character wise. I just can't get items, and if I can get the items, I'm not getting the characters.
Ooh.
I don't know. I have a really bad streak, and then I get demoted, and then I come back up again, and then I keep struggling between Silver 1 and Silver 2. It's like, just put me out of my fucking misery.
You just want to get up to Gold 4, and then that's that.
Yeah, basically.
So, Right. I guess we move to the main event.
Well, you've been playing. Well,
A little independent game by an unknown company called Square Enix.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about something else. I was going to say, how's this unknown?
Square Enix.
A small independent title called Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Okay, yeah. No. It's not unknown. Go away.
Just one of the most, like...
Seeing that I know you're playing it, and 2 other people who literally I spoke to in the last 2 days has asked me about that game. One person's not even a gamer. He's just asking because he's bored in lockdown.
Also, Final Fantasy VII's the gimmicky one that the film franchise went across and everything. So
Yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy VII is probably at that point Square's biggest game.
Wait, which one's 7 again? Is that the one where
it's the one with Sephiroth and Cloud.
Cloud,
Okay.
giant sword,
I've never played that one.
girl called Aerith who gets killed. She gets killed. Get over it. If you're still gonna go spoilers for a 20-year-old game, suck it. Sorry, 23-year-old game.
What was it? Final Fantasy VII. Advent Children was the film, and
Then you
Team
had,
Four Stars. I've done the abridged.
yeah, but that's separate. That wasn't an official tie-in.
Okay.
We'll come back to that. You had Before Crisis, which was a sort of a prequel to Final Fantasy VII. You also had Crisis Core, which was also a prequel to Final Fantasy VII. In fact, it was the direct prequel to Final Fantasy VII.
And of course, I said.
There was a mobile game involving the Turks, which was another game.
And of course, there's a Sid somewhere.
That's always a Final Fantasy VII thing. Well, that's always a Final Fantasy thing. There's always a Sid. There's always a Biggs and Wedge. There we are. Dirge of Cerberus, the Final Fantasy shooter starring Vincent. Just to give you more stuff. But yeah, no, I mean,
the guy in the red cloak, isn't it?
yeah, and the gold claw hand. He broods a lot.
Yeah, the broody one.
Yeah, as from the videos I like from Loading Ready Run, he just gets up, broods, brushes teeth, broods some more, and gets himself ready for his mid-afternoon brood. But yeah, Final Fantasy Remake is a lot different on it. Now it was always, everyone's requested it for years. People requested a remake for it a year after it came out. To be honest, let's be fair. But yeah, Square finally balked and said, "Yeah, we're gonna do one," and people went, "Yeah, sweet. We don't believe you until you do it." And Square said, "Trust us, we're doing it." Years later, nothing happened.
Did it? Is it like the? Valve never said yes to Halo 3, but everyone wants not Halo 3. Them getting to 3.
Oh, you mean Valve?
Yeah, Valve
And their absolute, just like massive thing. It seems to be part of their core business practices that getting to 3 of something means that you're a bad game company. Therefore, don't do it.
what was it? What happened to Duke Nukem? Like, we'll bring.
Yeah, started on Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem forever.
We'll actually look at successful games that have had a massive development cycle and have come out, and Remake looks to be that case.
I quite like Spyro.
I mean, they were just remasters. So the whole thing of this, the reason it actually turns out, I mean, it started off that they said this was going to be a remaster, and they didn't. They did HD remaster of Final Fantasy VII. That's out on PC. Everyone's got it. This is definitely Remake. It is a fresh game set in Final Fantasy VII.
So what have they done? Just basically updated graphics, redone all graphics, redone parts of the story, fixed bits that were broken.
They've extended the story, considering that this is the thing. A few months before it came out, they announced that it was going to be effectively episodic, and the first Final Fantasy Remake game was going to be set entirely in the Midgar section of the game, which, for those who've played Final Fantasy VII, is like the first 4 hours of the game. So people would then question, hold on, if it's only going to be set in Midgar, how big is it? Answer, it's a full-length RPG. It's massive. They've basically extended areas to do stuff, because the old Final Fantasy VII, there was just a few screens that you would go past and sort of they'd squish Midgar as a city. Now, given that in the game it is described as a massive city that's full of sectors, and there's a top and a bottom to it, it's called A Big Damn Pizza by Barrett. because
pizza.
it's just layers and slices that make up the sectors. So everything has been spread out a little bit, but not spread out in a way that it's sort of, I'm trying to think of the words for it. It's not like just spread out that it's just one long corridor. There are corridors. They do suffer from a bit of Final Fantasy 13 syndrome
Oh,
sometimes, but no, there's a lot more in it. You can
sorry,
flesh out. Don't worry about it.
you
You can
said
flesh out
13.
backward.
You said 13, and then yeah.
13
Wait,
wasn't
which
a bad
one's
game.
13 again?
Lightning,
Lightning,
the Lassie.
and the first 10 chapters is just one huge corridor.
Yeah, and then you get to an open world bit for exactly one chapter.
Is that
And
the
then-
one we brought in that not like instead of turn-based combat, it was
No, that's 15.
No, that's
50.
I don't remember 13 now.
13, Lightning, pink-haired, brooding character. Square Enix have got
There's something-
brooding.
Oh,
down
I
to a
didn't
T.
mind that one. I didn't really mind it. I remember
it's
which
good.
one you went about now.
It's just a linear corridor. It was just a linear corridor bit that bored me to hell after a while.
It wasn't a bad game, but it's not their best. Final Fantasy 13 2 was a good game, in my opinion, and Final Fantasy 13 Lightning Returns can huff a dong. The whole forced limited time mechanic, I don't
Is
like
that the
them in
time
an
travel
RPG
you're
game.
on?
No, that was 13 2. Lightning Returns had a sort of Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask mechanic where you had a limited amount of time to do everything before it just reset, and then you'd do it again. And I don't like those mechanics. I'm sorry. It's just as a gameplay loop, especially in an RPG where you generally you take your time and you explore everything. To be told that there is only an optimal way of doing this before it resets and goes again, not my jam. Sorry, but
It was the only one that I've seen to have been a fan of Standing Parable that was kind of fun. Okay with it.
that's a different sort of thing in terms of a time loop, because that's not really. It's just multiple endings. Going into a game and saying, right, you've got 10 real-time hours to complete everything, or else we'll start you again with another 10-hour clock.
That does kind of suck.
I mean, it's not
RPGs
exactly the
are-
case with Lightning Returns, but that's what I thought was the best way of describing it.
Yeah, I wouldn't really enjoy that.
Yeah. So yeah, like I
I
said,
mean, I could probably
unfortunately, it
spend
goes
10
on
hours
me.
just faffing about looking around cities. Like,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Especially when you make it, because it's a pretty fucking game. It's beautiful. The Final Fantasy games, if anything, are always nice looking.
it's just
And
the-
so you're sat there. Oh yeah, this looks nice. Oh no, where's that 4 minutes gone? But anyway, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Let's get back to that.
Okay, Final Fantasy VII.
So yeah, they've spread a 4-hour section of the game out to be
The
longer.
full game.
Yeah. There's like you can learn
Wait,
stuff.
Depending on how you go, 5 hours is a full game nowadays.
Well, yeah, but no, you could easily blitz out Midgar in actually like 2 hours. It's that simple. So to do a whole game in that city setting, you have to add more stuff in, and they do. The dungeons, the scale of the places, are much larger. It's like the very beginning of the game, you have to break into, in Final Fantasy VII, you break into Mako Reactor number 1, you go through, you drop a bomb, you face a big scorpion guard, and you hightail it out of there within 10
Before-
minutes.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Shit goes sideways and
Yeah. You can do that in like 10, 15 minutes, and that's a generous time. In Final Fantasy VII Remake, that is a full dungeon with boss, cutscenes, and giant boss fight in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So think of the scale that they've increased stuff on there, and you've got 7 Remake. The combat system is entirely different. It's taken the good parts of 15's combat, so that real-time sort of idea, which, you know what, it's cool, but they've combined it with the ATB gauge from the old Final Fantasy games. So you auto attack in game, and then you use your ATB gauge to cast abilities, spells, use items, as if you were doing a turn-based thing. Everything uses that gauge. But you can also switch between characters, and every character is unique. Cloud has 2 fighting styles. He either sort of just quick, swingy things with his sword, or he can go into what's called Punisher mode, where he's slower, but every attack is a heavy attack. Barrett just fires with the machine gun all over the place, but he has an overcharge system, which means he just fires giant bullets at enemies, and then you can then use that attack to charge it back up again.
Okay.
Tifa, she just goes in and punches stuff, but her mechanic means that when she casts an ability, she can then make her auto attacks stronger until she uses her special attack, which then brings it down a level. So it's like balances chi and stuff like that.
Okay.
And Aerith, which I've just got to now, at chapter 8 of I don't know how many chapters because I don't want to spoil myself. Let's just say 8 hours in, she's useful as an attacker. Generally, she was sort of a support character that would just sort of cast spells and stuff. They've worked that for her.
Don't
So she's
remember her.
well, she is a major character of the game who dies halfway through, which in Final
Is it
Fantasy
the
VII.
flower girl? No.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Flower girl.
Yes, she's been given her Eastern actual name in it of Aerith Gainsborough, not Eris.
Ah. I just remember. Yeah, you say that, I'm like, wait. Sounds like the flower girl.
Yeah. In the West, it was just called Eris, but it's Aerith. So yeah, no, really enjoyable. Like the combat system, like the sort of the way things work on it now, because you still slot materia in like the original game, but now you also upgrade your weapons as well. So weapons themselves can be expanded upon, sort of a bit like the Crystallarium from Final Fantasy 13. It basically, what I'd feel at this point is Final Fantasy 7 has taken elements that have worked from the previous
Final
games
Fantasy.
since 12, I'd say,
Ah.
and sort of put them in together in a game that people have been wanting to play for ages. So yeah, this is not your daddy's Final Fantasy 7, but it is not a game just for people who wanted to do that as well, because it is a fresh take on the whole game. In fact, actually, I say about taking stuff that has worked from the other stuff, it's taken plot from the previous Final Fantasy 7 games or the expanded Final Fantasy 7 universe. There's weird, like, spoiler warning, weird shade things that are just all around the place, and they seem to have been from before Crisis and Crisis Core. There's an orphanage that you speak to people in, which is the orphanage from Advent Children.
Ah.
So they've put everything in, and they've expanded on characters like Biggs and Wedge and Jessie. Jessie has got a whole fucking side quest where
Go
you
Jessie.
where you learn about her, and Jessie will die, I assume, unless they've changed some of the story around. But
So is there from like Advent Children the stigmata stuff?
no, they've not put that in because that was a result of Final Fantasy, the after effects of the meteor from Final Fantasy VII. We're not going to get that far because this is only set in Midgar.
Yeah, the Jude. What's her name? The mother. It was.
Genova will probably make a thing. I'm reckoning like the Shinra headquarters is going to be like 2-3 chapters and a giant building. Because like I said, if they've made the scale of everything else like that, you can only assume that the Shinra building is going to be fucking huge.
Yeah, because Shinra is the massive
It's
thing.
a 60-floor building.
Yeah, good luck
Like
with
I
that.
said, it takes you an hour and a half to go for a fucking reactor that had about 5 floors, basement level.
Yeah,
So
I would say that might turn into like a clear the floor kind of deal.
yeah, but yeah, like I say, mostly
And every
really
few
enjoying
floors
it.
you get a boss.
I mean, there's a couple of critiques. One, the combat is a little bit. Sometimes it's like, all right, yeah, this whole thing of getting your other party members to cast the spells and stuff, but there's improvements on that. The other is a critique that's just bizarre, and Steph's heard me moan about this already today.
Need more recipes?
No, it's about a particular swear word. It is the word shit.
Shit. What
Yes.
have we done?
Shit. So back in the old days of 1997, when Final Fantasy VII came out, there were no voice actors because it was all text based, and there were only 2 characters that swore in Final Fantasy VII: Barrett and Sid.
Yeah.
And the way that they replace the swearing in that is that they just put little symbols, ampersand, percentage sign, exclamation mark, you know.
Yeah.
So Barrett would always be doing stuff, and he hasn't changed his character. Square Enix has an unfortunate way of casting every character who is black as someone from the ghetto.
Oh.
Zaz from Final Fantasy 13 was just they made him sort of token black guy from there, which wasn't really great. Barrett is token Mr. T. He was originally characterized in Final Fantasy 7 as a Mr. T ripoff. No different in this. But he just comes out and he drops shit bombs like you wouldn't believe. And that's fine. That was fine. Hearing everyone else in Midgar constantly drop shit like it's gone out of fashion. Like workers, employees, Shinra's security company, the soldiers, the fucking leader of public security, Heidegger. It's like, bullshit, shit. I was like, Jesus Christ, guys. Is shit the only thing? Cloud drops it like it's, like if he doesn't say it today, it'll be gone forever. Tifa does it.
What?
Yeah, she's just, yeah.
Sorry, that one surprised me a little bit.
Oh,
Tifa's...
that one surprised you. Wait for the main event, my friend. Going through chapter 8.
Flower Girl?
Yes, Aerith says it. She is characterized as sort of being very kindly, but a bit
innocent,
airheaded in sort of the way stuff goes on. But she's there. Everything's great. She's an ancient. It makes everything there. There's a bit where Cloud climbs up a ladder and he goes, "Watch it. It's kind of rusty. I'll go first. Make sure you're sorted." And Aerith just goes, "Oh, well, what? You think I'm not going to be able to climb up a ladder? Oh, yeah, I'll climb up. See, this is easy." And then the ladder rusts and snaps, and she jumps towards Cloud's hands. And as she does, she goes, "Shit." I'm like, "Aerith, you dirty mind."
Well, at least they're trying to use... At least she kind of used it in a sort of like, oh shit context. But and she's getting it. She must be getting it off Cloud or whatnot, because everyone else is seeing it.
It's just mad. But other than that, like I say, it's a really nice game. It's beautiful, and if you've got a PS4, I'd suggest you probably get it. If you've not got a PS4, get one as cheap as you can, and then get it.
Wait till the PS5 comes out.
Oh, actually, yeah, PS5. Since they're looking at the backwards compatibility, I'm almost certain that they're going to make this one backwards compatible.
Because the 5 consoles are due out near Christmas, aren't they? If they're not being pushed back, it's going to be the Christmas gimmick. Oh look, Project Scarlet, and this one's ready. So, whatever.
But so yeah, I guess that's that then.
Final Fantasy.
So we're going to get off, and then probably go and play some more Star Wars at some point after Easter dinner.
I've had mine.
Oh, I thought it was Easter weekend.
Yes. Well, yeah, we've just finished Easter weekend because you'll be hearing this on Tuesday. But yeah. Any last words before we wrap up?
Kill the Rumbers.
Okay. Steph went ahead. Fair enough. Right. If you like what you heard, do the like, share, subscribe thing. Click the check the description, check all the socials, do all that. I've forgotten something. D, what do I need to do? It's the thing.
Click the
It goes
notification
dingling.
bell.
Yeah, the notification bell. Thank you. And remember that the podcast is available to listen into your ear holes on most big platforms, and all the videos are on the YouTube channel. If you're managing to listen to this,
One day we may make a video version podcast.
hey, maybe, yeah, we may do vidcasts at some point.
But maybe we need to let the Wookiee win.
We should probably let the Wookiee win. So in that
Never
case,
let the Wookiee win.
yeah, thank you, D, and thank you, Steph. And until next week, please, for God's sake, let the Wookiee win.
Kill the Rumbers. They kill the Wookiees.
Bye.
Bye.